Dang, missed it. What's good, y'all? What's good? Thanks. Hey, babe. Missed my entry. Missed my entry. How y'all doing this morning? Man, excuse me. I should be in this, but it's 4 minutes before the opening bell, and I didn't want to take a chance. And I should have taken a chance. God dog it. Should have taken the chance. But we got news at 9 as well, so I wasn't expecting anything before the opening bell. Yesterday, so it's kind of a trick answer to that. Yesterday, I didn't trade per se. I traded, let's see, I traded, it shows I traded yesterday, which is inaccurate. I traded Wednesday when the market reopened at 5 p.m. So anytime you trade after 5 p.m., those trades were technically for the next day. So this was Wednesday evening's trades, but we're not complaining. So don't look at that number of trades. There was a lot of trades I was scalping. You saw the loss on Monday, then the make back, and then this was a bad day for me. Green, but still a bad day for the amount of trades. I mean, the profit versus the amount of trades. And this one, I was just scalping, trying to get my account back um, close to passing. Unfortunately, the day I made the 2000, I traded too much. It's one of the rules of the prop firm where you have, it's called a consistency rule, where you can only make 50% of your target. My target was 3,000, so obviously 1,500 was what I was not supposed to go above, and I did. Forgot about that rule. So because of that, I had to make extra profits, which was another $1,050. Man, I'm mad. What happened to my markup? See, this is that bull, man. So the reason I'm mad, quote unquote, is because I drew this area of resistance. This box, I drew this area of resistance. As you can see, price was having trouble breaking through it. It pushed away, then it came back to it. And because it closed like this, my thoughts were, okay, let's watch the next candle and see if that closes above. And it did, but it wasn't engulfing, so that was one reason I wasn't sure about taking it. Well, one reason I wasn't sure about taking it is because it wasn't engulfing, meaning it wasn't, you know, like this. You know, it didn't go higher than the previous candle. That's one, because that's one of my buy signals or signals. And two, it was just before 8:30, so I don't do well when it's a trade just before the hour, the opening bell. But because of all this resistance, I should have just gone and taken a chance. But my stop loss would have had to been all the way down here, which would have been not bad, 50 points. So $100 risk for one contract. I wasn't ready to do that. But this is nice. It would have been nice. Hindsight 2020. If I look at the 3 minute, had a push down, push up, came back down, rejected, and then this one engulfed. The next candle pushed down. This could have been an entry here on the 3 minute. Stops, you know, maybe like that. And we would have freaking passed the challenge. But we waiting. So this is stupid. Look at this mess. Wow. Hey y'all, do me a favor. I know y'all won't stay on long, especially you, babe. I know you gotta go, but hit the like button for me, please. Hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Oh, we sick today. This could have been an in and out trade. Look at that. Wow. Mm. Wow. I may have to rethink that no trade before 8:30 and just make sure my stop is in a an appropriate place. Cause let's see, if I've taken it as it, even if it closed above here, or let's see, stops below here. Let's call it 50. Let's call it a 50-point stop. If this goes 1 to 2, so 50 points. That's $100. A contract, 2 contracts would have been 200. I wouldn't. No, that wouldn't have passed with 2 contracts. But oh shoot, been close, and it's going. This sucker is going. Gosh, dog it. Let me set this because I don't want to go over my profit target again, which is 483. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting a profit target of 483, and what will happen once price gets there, it will liquidate me and get me out the trade. And I'm setting that because I only need 479 to pass the challenge. 43 is just to cover any fees that might happen, and it will kick me out the trade. So that way I can't over trade or over profit, if that's even a word. Dog, this is, man. All right, so all we can do now is just wait for a pullback, some consolidation, and signal to go up. I'm not chasing this. I'm not jumping it now. This is at a high, so we don't want to do that. We just watch it go bye-bye. And it's Friday. Oh yeah, I mentioned we have news at 9, so that's another reason I was hesitant. I wasn't expecting that move, but doggone it. So we'll see what happens at 9. Okay, babe. I'll see you later. Have a good day till I see you. Hey, E, did you download TradingView? You know I'm gonna be at you every day till you download it, bro. Man, the old me would have tried to jump in right here and gotten stopped out. The funny thing is, the day you, the morning you get on, price breaks out. I'm not in the trade. Like, I don't think you've seen me get in a trade that actually went and didn't just consolidate. It's all right. We'll catch one. We'll catch one. Man, even if I'm looking at the 15-minute, which I totally missed, that could have been an entry. Man, that was kind of risky, especially with this resistance up here. Yo, you still there, E? I know you got that trading view downloaded, right? Let's see. Now, my question is, was this a fake out? Hard push up to come down? That's what I'm wondering. Was this a fake out to come down? Mm-hmm. Didn't see this. Didn't see this support possibly becoming resistance. Didn't see that. Come on, man. All right, we need to make a bet. Hold you accountable. All right, so here's what I'm looking at. I'm only interested in buys if we get a push up, something like that. Come back to retest, and then get an engulfing candle. Oops, getting an engulfing candle after the pullback. Otherwise, motion to so if that doesn't happen, we start getting price to reject this area, come here, come back, then I'll look for sales. But overall, like for the most part, NASDAQ is it's on the uptrend. I mean, you do have pullbacks, but looking at the daily, wait, let me get these arrows out the way. Take note of that. So looking at the daily, yeah, I mean, this is price moving from yesterday at 5 p.m. Price was down here at one point, and you can see it's pushing up, leaving this long wick. So we dog. We it's definitely looking like buys, but it is still early in the day. And 9 o'clock news, red folder 9 o'clock news can really do some damage. Man, that would have been a beautiful, but I was hesitant, man, just like I said, for the reasons. This daily resistance was my main reason. I was just thinking this was not enough room. Well, 80 points, that's pretty big. But my thoughts were that wasn't a lot of room to take the risk. Let's see. Stops below here, 72. That's like a just over 1-to-1. But this daily resistance had me kind of concerned. I wasn't sure price would get through it. I didn't want to take a 1-to-1 risk. I'd rather take a 1-to-2 risk to reward. So, all right, let's see. Okay, was that the fake out? Or was this the retest to continue up? Let's see. 20 minutes before the hour. Man, it's kind of iffy to take a trade now. We got 4 minutes left on the 15-minute candle, and that thing is hella bullish. Bro, it gets so nerve-wracking when you get close to passing and you're only a couple $100 away. Man, it's nerve-wracking, man, because you take a loss. Now you got to make up the loss plus what the amount that you're away from passing. So it get nerve wracking. I think I was down like a couple $100 on my last challenge. And it was like, man, nerve wracking. And that's, here's one reason I'm really considering stop doing challenges is because the rules, for one, where do you get penalized for making $2,000? Like, if this was my live account, I made 2,000. I made 2,000, but now I got to make even more to pass. So it's like just so many rules. Got to hit a certain profit target. Can't earn too much. It's like, but the benefit is, excuse me, when you pass and you start profiting, you can take that money, and put it into your live account. So this account cost me $20. $20 for the challenge. And I have the potential to make so much more above that. But it's like the headache of the challenge, man. All the prop firm rules, and every prop firm has their own rules. Like this particular one, I think I mentioned, you have to have 5 trading days of $200 profit in order to take a payout. Others, you have what's called a trailing drawdown, where what that means is as you go up in profit, you're profiting, but if you start to pull, so let me back up. You have profit, and then you have drawdown, and your drawdown is like when you go negative. So as you going up in profit, you have what's called a trailing stop or trailing drawdown that follows you. So as you go up in profit, the drawdown goes up in profit. But let me do it this way. So I'm going up in profit. Take it. Hold on. So I'm going up in profit, right? But my trail is also following me. So let's say I'm up $1,000. Okay. And this is follow me. But then I come back, let's say I come back to $800. Now, then I start to, hold on, I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch this and explain this to you at the same time. So what's happening is the trail and stop or drawdown is as you move up in profit, this trail follows you. Let's say you can only lose $2,000 for the day or before your account is blown. As you move up in profit, this is moving up. So let's say this is at $500. If you hit negative $500, you lose, but you're up 1,000. And then this starts to pull back in price. So now this $1,000 that you're up, let's say now you're up $800. This trail doesn't drop down. You're still with a loss of $500, and I'm just using round numbers as an example. You still have $500 that will put you out the challenge if you hit it. So now this $1,000 that you were up, and you come down, let's say $200. Now you're $800, but this gap between here is no longer $500. It's only $300. So now you only have $300 worth of drawdown that you in your bank, and then let's say you keep coming down, this again doesn't move. But now as you start to go up in profit from, let's say from 800, you go back up. Why is that blue? Well, whatever. Now this again starts to move with you. So you have some prop firms that have what's called a intraday drawdown, where your drawdown follows you, at least up into a certain point. Let's say it's $2,000. Once you get to $2,000, that trail stops following you. Then anything you make above that, you still have $2,000 that is in your bank. But I don't like that because, as you can see, if you were in this trade, you'd have really had to get out here to avoid taking a loss. Not a loss per se, but losing room, if you will, in your drawdown. So they have prop firms like that. This particular one with Tops, I hope that made sense. If it didn't, let me know. I'll try to explain it better. But this particular prop firm, and like many others, have started what's called end of day drawdown, which means you can go up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, whatever, wherever your profit is, wherever you end up for the day, that's where you are. So if you go up $1,000, but you end up at $800, you didn't lose that $200. If that makes sense. Yeah, using that same example, I'm up 1,000, but then I close the day at 800. I still have, the difference between the most profit that I had and then the trail. Man, if we didn't have this news at 9, I would really be considering looking for a trade. I'm just gonna glance at the 1 minute. I'm trying to get away from trading the 1 minute. It's too suspect for me. So, matter of fact, we're just gonna get off of it altogether. My hopes was that was not the move for today. If it was, I'm not fooling with it, man. I'm not gonna try to chase the market on a Friday. Usually, a lot of times you don't get a lot of movement after a certain period. After the opening bell, definitely as it goes later in the day, you get less and less movement. Obviously, you can get movement, but the likelihood is lower. And I don't want to be trying to force a trade on Friday, you know, and then lose. And I got the whole weekend to sit and think about, man, if I would have just not taken a trade, I'd still be close to passing the challenge, or I didn't lose. I lost money on Friday. So, okay, good, thanks. Yeah, so if you ever get into the game, man, if you ever look to go the prop firm route, it's good. There are a lot of changes, a lot of prop firms out there. Just do your research. You're probably gonna find Apex as another top one. So this is Top Step. Apex is another one. And then you got a lot of one. Take Profit Trader, My Funded Futures. Um, man, it's just Tradeify, Buell Knox, or however you say it. Just a bunch of them. Bunch of prop firms out there. Yeah, that could have been my trade for the day, man. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna say. Pick a time frame that you like to trade on. Stick to it. That you like to, take entries on. I like to take entries on the 5 minute. I usually take them on the 3 minute. So really, I go between the 3 and the 5. So those are the two I like to take trades on, just depending on what other things I see. Had I been looking at the 3 minute, I would have saw this as an engulfing. I would have probably taken that. I probably would have taken it had I seen it, even though it was before the 8:30 bell. I just don't want to. Here's what happened. So many people were saying, "Man, don't trade before the bell. Don't trade before the bell." And I got that ingrained in my head, like, man, don't take a trade before the bell. When that was just their thing, that was their hang up. So for a long time, I wouldn't take a trade because I was, that's what everybody said don't do. Now, for some people, it is their rule, but it became my rule because it was somebody else's rule, as opposed to it being my rule because I didn't do well. And a lot of the reason I wasn't doing well is because I would have tried to take a trade like this, enter on this bullish engulfing, and then stop right here, like right below, which is a bad idea because price could have easily pushed down, then continued up. So the stop, per my trading strategy, needs to be below the previous low. So as you can see, this is a 42.25. No, I'm sorry, a 56. I'm looking at the yellow bar at the bottom. A 56 point stop loss, which it sounds like, I don't know if it sounds like it or not to you, just being new, but 56 points is huge on some other assets, but on NASDAQ, it's not because it can move this far to turn around and go the other way, So, like, somebody would put theirs below this low. I would go below these because this is where it wicked down here, but it had no other moves below here. So that would have been, let's see, if I'd have done that. A 1-to-1 would have been right here. So I mean, it would have hit and further, but like I said, I have all this resistance, previous resistance here. Just wasn't confident that it was gonna break through. Now let's see if I'd have put the stop here. Yeah, that still was a bit risky. That would have been a bit risky as I'm looking at it. So again, I go between the 5 and the 3. I watch the 5 on another screen. I got the 3-minute up. I have the 15-minute up on another chart. So I'm watching all these time frames, kind of see how they're looking. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So right now we got the 5 over here on the left, and we have the 15. Normally, you know what? I wouldn't do that. I would do the 3-minute over here. So I like to keep a time frame in between. So if you see up here, these are the time frames that are offered. I mean, you can put in other time frames, but the common ones, the default ones, 3, 5, 15 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly, so forth. You got a 1 or 2. But so if I'm looking at the 3-minute and I want to skip a time frame and look at the 15. So I'll look at the 3-minute and then I'll look at the 15-minute to see how they're looking. So these candles here, let's see, 8:45. So these 3 candles that are playing out here are the equivalent of this 15-minute candle that's just going up and down. As you can see, there's no movement. Price has the market has made its move, right? Now it's just consolidating, not going anywhere. And that's what these last 3 candles, 8:45, yeah, 8:48. So these 3 candles represent this candle here. You can see we got 15 seconds left on this 3-minute chart, and then 6 minutes left. So we got 2 more 3-minute candles to move before this makes its move. So, and I'm saying all that to say, as I'm watching this 3-minute, I'm seeing some, consolidation, but I want to see this candle start either, making a big full move up or down. See, as it's starting to fill, it's leaving a wick behind. So as it starts to come down and this gets to be a bigger candle, it's more than likely looking to come down. But I mean, obviously we're still waiting to see. So this is how I like to watch. Now, if I'm watching the 5-minute chart, I'll go to like a 30. But rarely am I looking at the 30, to be honest. It's just too long of a time frame to... Sorry, I gotta grab this. Remind me of my thought when I come back about the 30-minute. All right, bro. I don't know if you heard me ask you to ask ask you to remind me what I was talking about the 30 minute. But 9 o'clock opening bell. We saw this move. We saw this quick push, this herky jerky move. Now what's gonna happen? Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Is it gonna continue to buy? All right. What's going on, people? Are we gonna buy? Are we gonna buy? Are we gonna sell off? Is the mic is off? It's lit up. It should be on. I mean, I just turned on. I wasn't talking to you a few moments ago, but you should be hearing me now. It should be on now. It's not muted. All right, let's look at the overall. What is the hour looking like? All right, so we got the hour candle closed with a wick at the top, but this body is still fairly strong. But the fact that it's wicking at the top has me concerned about sales. It's too early to be looking at the hour for the current hour. I wanted to see how the last hour closed. But these wicks do say quite a bit because we got previous, rejection here. But again, it's too early to be looking at the hour. I need this to come down, retest to continue down. Let me get this out the way so it doesn't mess me up. I can't. Oh, that makes sense. Sorry, bro. I'm not sure what you're saying. No and yes and K2. Sorry. Because there's a delay from the time you hear me to the time you respond. Then I see it. So there's a slight delay. We got a minute 30 left on this. I'm just not convinced to take a buy yet. So 3 minute 15. I'm just putting this up so you can see what I'm seeing on my other screen. 3 minute, 15 minute, 3 minute left, 15 on the right. Again, you can see that here or even here in the middle. So 15 minute up here. This is definitely giving bearish indication, but it's not enough for me. These wicks up top are saying sell, sell, sell. And if this 15 minutes starts to go bearish, it's probably a good idea that it might start to go. Let's see. I'm gonna put stops up here. Oh, that's a huge stop loss. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Oh, what the heck? They definitely need work on their system. This box was not here. I deleted this so long ago. All right, so we're just gonna look at one screen so it doesn't get so confusing. Got any work to do today, bro? I got one of my tenants. I need to get get her window AC installed. Cut some acrylic to put around the window. You know, keep the elements out. That's all I really have today, man. Look to hit the gym. Man, I think it's about to drop, man. But we gotta wait. We have to wait. Can't anticipate. We can't anticipate. So here's the only way I'm gonna take some sales. We get a push down and then a pullback to continue down. If this thing just drops, it is what it is. I'm working so hard to be more disciplined, man, and not get taken advantage of by FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. You know, you see a big old candle like this, you try to jump in. Next, you know, you buying up here. If you remember, I was talking about, man, if we, you know, the old me, I would have bought up here, and you can see what would happen. I would have bought up here as it, you know, and then just got trapped in this. So, trying to be more disciplined, man. Trying to be more disciplined. So that news was prelim, whatever. Didn't really do much. That was at 9 o'clock. Yeah, it didn't do much, but it was red folder. You never know. So let me say this too: the more price consolidates in the area, usually a lot of times the bigger the move out. You just don't know which side it's gonna go. You know, it might do something like fake everybody out, drop down. What the heck? I grabbed the wrong one. You might think it's gonna, you know, drop and people are jumping in for it to do like that. I'm trying not to get caught up in that. There's a gym called Vasa up in Racine, close to my girl's house. So we go there. It's a nice gym, man. Huge gym. Yep, yep. And look, there she go. Yeah, stop is just way bigger than I want. I don't particularly like this entire range that it's in. I'm not a fan of this range. And the reason is this is daily resistance. So prices, I mean, the higher time frame uh, makes it a lot harder for price to get through. But also, this is a key level, meaning it's an area where price, you can see price came to it and pushed away hard, pushed away hard, pushed away hard, pushed away, you know, pushed away. So this area is a key area. So anything in this range, I'm just like iffy if I don't get in at the top or the bottom. So for me, I just want to see a closure. I would love to see a closure up here or a closure below here for an entry. Or, yeah, even that's iffy. Taking an entry down here to continue up. It's just iffy, man. And I'm not a great or even a good scalper to be catching, you know, moves in here. Just I don't do well trying to scalp, getting in and getting out, getting in, getting out. I'll get in and I hold on to it way too long. Then I'll get stopped out or something. Or give back the profits I just made. That's another thing. I don't do well with closing out and profits. Like see profit, take profit. I don't do well with that. So I'm not in any rush, man. If I don't take a trade on this account, I'm fine with it. And because I have until the 20th before I get rebilled. There's a monthly fee for having these challenges. So that's why you want to get in and get out quick. Um, you don't want to be in these for months on end. So this account will rebuild at $20, which ain't a lot, but why pay $20 if I don't have to? So I got until next Friday to make $480 or whatever, 483. So if I did $100 over the next 4 days, 5 days, I could pass it. So I'm not pressed about passing it today. I'm not gonna just take anything unnecessary. So I'm cool with waiting. Now, that being said, I will say if I ever do another challenge, I won't let it, I won't keep the challenge for 3 days. If I pay $20, that's a $20 risk, right? So I'm willing to risk, for instance, $500 on a trade, 500 and risk, 1 to 3 risk the reward. Risk 500, make 1,500. That's half the challenge in one day. So I'm willing to do that for $20. I'm starting to change how I look at these challenges and not trade them like they're my live account, which is slow, methodical. I know my strategy. I know what I'm looking for. Just take the trade, let it play out. If it hits, cool. If it doesn't, it was $20, versus sitting in an account for 3-4 weeks. That's 3-4 weeks. I'm not taking trades on my challenge or my live account, so I'm not pulling out any money. Just does. I started to look at it that way. Like, that doesn't make sense. The purpose of these things is to get funded, start getting payouts, start funding my live account, so I don't have to play by these rules. If I've taken a sale there, stops above 80. Yeah, I would have had to come all the way down here for 1 to 2. And it just might do it. Yeah, this would have been a good buy any other time. I think I'm gonna hop off at maybe 10 o'clock, 11 at the latest if I can stay that long. Got a few things to do. Hold on. Is this being respected? Is this a retest of this to go up? I'm not gonna take a trade even if this does, because I need some closure above here. Excuse me, just marking up the chart. Saying what I see. Let's see if it respects this 1 hour resistance. Let's see. Oh, is it going up? Man, you just gotta have fun with it. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's coming on down. Ooh. Sick. Your boy's sick, man. But a lot of times when you see a hard move like that, it will go back the other way. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm not risking it, man. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. The risk to reward is not there. Daily. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oops. I don't know. I don't know. Just five. Why the hell I keep doing that? 70-point risk. Not convinced. Not convinced. Not convinced. Okay, what I'm looking at is this 5-minute candle did not close back into this blue area, which is what I believe may be a demand area. So let's see how it reacts. I don't think it's gonna hold up. We got see, 120, 240. Oh, I don't know if I want to risk that much. I may just take one contract. I don't want to risk $240 on this. Man, everything is telling me to just hold on. Mainly because of this resistance up here that's being respected. Considering taking two contracts with a quick scalp and a tight stop. All right, we got 3 minutes left on the 15. Let's wait and see what the 15 does. So here's what we're looking at. We will have, hold on. All right, so we got 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. 3 minutes left on the 3-minute candle. And 3 minutes left on the 15. Usually when it's, for me, when I got a 15-minute candle, an hour candle about to close, I want to wait, because what happens is you'll get the finished move, but then the next candle will go the opposite or push, could push the other way. So I want to wait to see how this one finishes. We're getting a strong push down into the area. Will this area of resistance remain support? Is what we want to see. Oops. I'm getting rid of this. All right. 2 minutes is long when you want to enter a trade. Patience, right?
Motion detected at Western Garage.
Hindsight capital. That's just a lot of selling pressure. I don't see buys anytime soon. And that would have been a 101, 80, 160. Yeah. Invalidated. All right. Hey, bro, I meant to ask, do you get a notification when it says I'm getting ready to go on? Or if I'm on or whatever, do you get any kind of notification? Look at that perfect rejection from that zone. Beautiful rejection. If you look over here, okay, cool. The reason I'm asking because I've been thinking about going on at night, and rather than text you or whatever, I didn't know if I was gonna have to text you. Hey, I'm getting ready to go on. I can just set a stream schedule one, and you'll get the notification. I was hoping so. Okay, I'll start doing just going on, so you do get the notification. Well, let's look at this other monitor. You can see I got this daily resistance. And price was just like respecting it. So I really should have been looking to take quick sales down here, off of this area. That's like, man, that's like art. All right, so I think this thing is gonna keep coming down. I don't know. Don't know, right? Got this 3-minute holding up, 15-minute holding up. Let's go back over here, the trading screen. 2 minutes left on this 5. See how this 3-minute closes. All right, if this engulfs, let's see. Let's just see. All right, so that looks like it might engulf or close to it. Stops down here. All right, so we got 157 left. Oh shoot, I wanted to buy. I wanted to see a pullback first on the 3-minute. Nah, we gonna wait. We gonna wait. We're going to wait. And the reason I want to wait, I mean, even though it is coming back to this area, respecting it again, this daily resistance area that I just showed you, it's strong, man. So this is just not enough room. 50. That's just not enough room, man, for me to feel comfortable taking that trade. This support, resistance turn support, is a much weaker support because it's only on like the 5-15 minute versus a daily resistance or support is much stronger because you've had a lot of price movement at a particular point. So looking at this one again, there's a daily support back here. It is broken through on the daily time frame. Like it has come through that. On the hour, it is rejecting it on the hour. Let's look at the 4-hour. So everything is right now below that daily, and that's why I'm hesitant on trying to buy up through this. I'd much rather wait for, to get some strong closure up here. If I'm looking to buy, I just got to see something like this. Break this high, come back to continue up. That's what I have to see for me to take buys. So until I see that, I'm not interested in buys. I'm looking at selling. Now that I'm looking at it, again. Sorry, I was on the wrong screen again. So what I was saying was I'm looking for, in order for me to take buys, I'm so tempted down here. But because of that daily resistance that we just looked at, I need for price to close above this previous high, come back to continue up for me to start taking buys. I'm just trying to be more disciplined. Now, again, this might work. It might just shoot up there, but I don't want to be a part of hoping that it does. For me, that's a bigger risk than taking it after it closes above and retests to continue up. So this thing might just very well go because it's come back here, but yeah. This might have been the retest to push up. Looking at the 1 hour. Well, what up, son? Appreciate you dropping on, man. Appreciate you jumping on. Hey, while you on here, man, if you can, like throw some of your joints together. Like kind of if you got like mellow stuff like this. This is some reggae, but if you got some stuff like this neo soul, if you got some of that, man, like a bunch of joints, put them together for me, and I'll throw them on my stream, so people can hear it. Yeah, this might go. This might just go. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Ain't no rush, but yeah, whenever you can, want to get them on here. I think I already got your name in the credits. To be honest, I got the. I'm still here, guys. I ain't going nowhere. I just wanted to show. I still got your this one. I used this one. Ooh, that was man. Here we go. They playing with your boy. See, they playing. I should have jumped in, man. I should have jumped in. So what happened? What this looks like? It was a push up, come back, retest to push on up. I should have been in that, but I told you my reason why I'm not. This would have hit 1-to-1. Let's see. Stop below. This looks like it's about to hit a 1-to-1 right here. Hey, Deuce, do me a favor, man. Hit that like button. Wow. Wow, just wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see. This mug is out of here. Wow. Hey, man. Hey, I'm going to tell you, man, that was a mistake of mine. I should have went on and taken that entry. Saying that now, again, looking, it's always hindsight, man. This was a lot of movement that price was trying to get above, meaning my belief is a lot of people trying to buy right here just couldn't. So there are a lot of orders. Price came here, pushed away because those orders came back to continue up. That, dang. Because look at this 15-minute candle. Look at that, man. Your boy's sick right now. I should have at least risked one contract. All right, here's the test. Here's the test. Will it push through or reject? Will it push through or reject? That's the question. Here's what I should have done. Taken an entry. Tight stop. 1-to-1, got out. Yep, I would have hit 1-to-1. With one contract, if I'd have entered here, let's call it 80 points. At the top of this, if I'd have got in here at the close of this, the top of this candle is 80 points. With micro NASDAQ, that'd have been $160 in 10 minutes. Let me make sure that's right. So entry here. Yeah, let's call it 80 points. $2 a point. 160. But I try not to do just one contract. And the reason is because I like to take two or more. So if I take two, I can always close out one contract and leave one running. And that, as that continues to move up in profit, I continue to make money versus one, I'm all or nothing. So I would have taken two. That'd have been, what did I say, 80? 160? Yeah, it could have been 320 with two contracts. I definitely would have gotten out with that. But that would have been, no, is that right? No, I'm tripping. My stop would have been here, 50. Let's say 50. So that'd have been a $200 risk to make 360. Roughly $200. Because my stop would have been somewhere right here, 60, 120. Okay, so it'd been like a 240 risk to make 360. Alright, I'm considering selling this, man. I'm considering selling this. It stops just above here. I'm considering selling. Alright, we got 44 seconds left on the 15. I don't know, Jack. I am considering selling. And the reason why this rejection here, you can see it came right back to my daily resistance. Now, let me say this about that. Price don't care nothing about my line right here or my box right here. These are just visual help, where price has been, where something has happened before. So price don't care nothing about me putting a line here saying that's the daily resistance, right? So I want to make sure we're clear on that. This is not, it touched that line. So some people you will hear say, oh, it touched my line, blah, 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 which is cool. That's where they feel like they need to take an entry. I want to see this push up and then fail. I want to see this 15-minute push up and start to fail. Then I'm looking to take a sell. But again, this is just me saying, well, it looks like price is respecting this area. I'm not saying that because of this wick. So that's why I want to see this 15-minute candle push up. So that will mean this 3-minute candle have to push up and start rejecting. So I'm going to, man, is that enough of rejection? I don't know. Let's see. Stops up here. No, I'm not ready. Let me me go to one screen because it's easier for me to see. All right, we got the 3 minute over there. Let's see what the 5 minutes looking like. So there's a rejection here. Now, if this pushes up and start to reject, that's a good thing. But again, I'm not looking to buy this thing until we close above here hard and come back. All right, we got 3 minutes left on this 5 minute. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss a move. I'm considering taking 2 contracts, y'all. Considering it. Maybe I'll just take 1 just to be safe. I don't want to. I don't want to try to go for the gusto on a Friday after we've had big moves. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna look at the hour, see how the hour is looking, because it's 12 minutes left in this hour candle. Right now, this is an indecision candle for me. The hour hasn't really done anything, right? I mean, it's still 12 minutes left and a lot can happen in 12 minutes, but the fact that it's forming this doji, which is a body and then wicks, big wicks on either side, that's considered a doji. It hasn't really made an indication which way it wants to go. The fact that it's got a smaller body here, it is still bearish, as you can see by the color, yellow being bearish, meaning down or sells. I'm leaning towards sales, but it's just not enough body right at this point for me to make a decision. So, but I do like the rejection here, and I think I'm gonna take a sell, man.
Order filled.
Yeah, we in. It might be premature, and I didn't mean to take 2. Doggone it. I did not mean to take 2. Let me put my stop loss in place. That's $219. I did not want to risk that. So what I think I'm gonna do is buy one of these, get out of one of these contracts. Cause I'm not feeling secure about this. But let's see. Stops technically should be way up here. That's a $400 risk. Technically. I'm putting it up there just because price can shoot up and then shoot down. I don't want to get taken out with it just shooting up here. Because they know, and the reason I say that, they know people's stops are going to be likely right around here. All right, I'm thinking I'm just going to get out of this, man. I don't feel comfortable. 35 seconds left. I might just get out of this. Yeah, I don't like how that's rejecting. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. I am not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. I'm gonna leave the 2 contracts, but what I will do is watch it. So if I have to just flatten my contract to get out to avoid a loss, I'll do that. Because if it go, I want to be a part of it, but I don't want to be I don't like how this is rejected. I don't want to be a part of this mug still continuing up. So let's see. So this thing might pull up and keep going. And that's what I don't want to see. I like how the 3 minutes is looking, but I need it to get below here for me to feel comfortable. And I don't like that rejection. So again, I'm not gonna keep my stop way up here. I will pull it down if we go into profit, or just close out if it starts to break up here with a small loss. See, I don't like that. I don't like that. Yep, I ain't liking that at all, fellas. Think I'm gonna get out of this. Think I might have to get out of this. I don't like how that's engulfing. Don't like how that's engulfing. Don't like how that's moving, man. Yeah, that ain't looking good for your boy. Fudge. Think I'm gonna cancel. We down 117 just that quick. Should have waited to see what happened after these candles. Should have only taken one contract too, just because I wasn't sure the risk. Look at that. That's that bull. That's that bull, man. Dang. All right, we out. We finna get out. Let's see. Yeah, we out of here. We about to get. Yeah, that ain't good. Nah, we're gonna wait. That's my risk, man. That's what I'm gonna risk. I'm gonna risk the 4. I'm gonna risk the 4, or close to it. I'm gonna see how it starts to react up here. If it starts to break, then I'll think about closing. But I'm not gonna risk the 2 something that I had. So. No risk, no reward, right? But that doggone push right here was strong. Nope, not looking good. It ain't looking good. Dang. It ain't looking good. Let's see. Let me go to put this up just so I can have some room. Yeah, that hour went bullish. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. That ain't good at all, man. Go on, come on back down. Stop playing with your boy. So we need to get price to come all the way down here. Yeah, we need price to come down there for this to work out for your boy. I just need you to reject. I need you to reject. Got in premature, boys. Got in premature. This was not enough for me to take a sell. Yeah, I got in too early, obviously. Now, here's something I could do. If it starts to reject, I could add to my contract. Thereby making this profit target shorter, but it's got to start rejecting. All right, bro. I'll let you know what happened. I'll let you know what happened. Take it easy. Thanks for joining, man.